Which way will it move? How many states will it pass through? What will happen to the yeah, it's so much like it's just Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Diana and I am a 12th year, mostly 5th grade teacher. And if you're not new here, welcome back. So today it is Monday, April 8th, Eclipse Day. And I know I've seen a lot of people on Instagram, teachers mainly, that have said that they're off for Eclipse Day today. I can already kind of tell that like the sun is a little bit different than normal and it is a little brighter. I don't know, it just has almost kind of like a different type of glow, but that could just be me speculating because I know there's an eclipse happening today. But yeah, it was interesting that that a lot of people have the day off today. Which was really interesting. Us, on the other hand, are actually going outside for the eclipse. And so we got permission slips from parents to, you know, see if they could go out and do the eclipse. We let them know that they have to wear the glasses. And I think my principal's even like recommending that they wear the glasses like on their way out the door. Which is a little hard, I think, because they're really dark. So there's going to have to be some kind of like maneuvering or some kind of like assistance or I don't know. So we'll see how that portrays. So, so if you see me doing this, so just kind of side note, my windshield got broken. Weirdly enough, my boyfriend took it to get my car cleaned, and I guess in the middle of him going to get the car cleaned, when they go to do like the pressure heat dry or whatever, he was like sitting there and it like, I don't know if the pressure just really was intense, but it like literally cracked down the middle. I don't know if I guys told you this story again already, like in another vlog, but anyway, so yeah, so when the guy replaced it, he did put this back on. The only thing was that he put it on a spot in my car that wasn't being read by the iPass readers. So like I had gotten notifications that they were just taking my license plate down and that they were going to start charging me full price for my iPass tolls because it was getting it from my license plate and not my reader. So when I took the adhesive or whatever, the stuff that goes to the back of this off, it wouldn't stick anywhere else. So I have to get some adhesive, not for this one, but like the stuff that goes on the windshield so I can plop it on there. But in the meantime, in between time, whenever I come up to a toll, I have to kind of put it up there so it reads. So that is what I was doing. So anywho, yeah, so back to the eclipse. So we are doing the eclipse. I think ours is in the afternoon at like 1 something. So that's kind of when we'll be going out to do the eclipse. I'll try to film, not so much the eclipse, but of course, but like us going out and like just setting up and just kind of seeing like how it is or whatever. But yeah, I was very surprised to see that some people were saying that like they didn't have the Sunday scaries because they weren't having a school today because of the eclipse. So it would have been nice. I would have rather have done that than take the kids out to the eclipse. But anywho, yes, so this week we're gonna try to get through to text structures. I think we're going to continue working with sentences and grammar. We're going to continue our spelling lab. We're starting to get into a little bit more complex words. And then I think we're going to start getting into digraphs and start talking about like sounds, like 2-letter sounds, as opposed to like the alphabet sounds, so I think it should be interesting. And like I said, text structures, we never got to it last week. It was just such a crazy week, being back and whatnot. So we didn't get to text structures, so we'll do that sentences, and then we'll continue fantasy writing. So those are our things on the agenda today, along with obviously the eclipse. I don't know, I have thought about doing something in terms of like an article about what an eclipse is, but I'm pretty sure my colleague who teaches the science portion probably has already gone over what an eclipse is, what like it entails. So I'd be very surprised if she didn't. So I don't know. I thought about asking her and then maybe pulling something off of like online, an article that we could read. Or I don't know, maybe I'll find something about the last eclipse, and we can kind of see like when it happened and whatnot. I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet. So, but yeah, I am headed to school. And then, so I will check in with you guys later on this afternoon to let you guys know how the day is going. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope your Monday's starting off great. If not, make it great. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. We made it to lunch. Don't mind my beautiful, like, aesthetically pleasing phone holder. I have one that's like sitting at another desk, and I'm just like sitting here like, all right, well, being lazy and not getting up. So we did have PLC. I just didn't. We had dual PLC, so we didn't meet with the whole team. We only met with like dual people, and so it was just kind of like fast paced, so I didn't even get a chance to like pick up the camera. But ooh, that almost got me. But overall, my day's been pretty decent. Funny enough, what I had anticipated on doing today, we didn't even do, because everybody was just like around the school is just doing a bunch of activities like focused around the eclipse. So they had all these great ideas, and so I decided to do that. So we did like and these are totally not mine, these are from HMH, so Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, whatever. But we had like a word search for the eclipse, which was kind of sad that there was only like these words, because like this big thing, like they could have done so much more. There was only a few. And then we did like a kind of almost like similar to a boggle, but like not a boggle, I guess, but taking these words and then doing as many words as you can utilizing solar eclipse. And then of course we just did our cursive, which was this one. We did C today, so we did like lowercase c, uppercase C, and then so one of the other teachers gave me this, which I thought was really cool. So it was an article on Scholastic about the solar eclipse and just giving information. They had it in English and in Spanish. I have the Spanish side because this is for my next class. I have 2 girls in there that don't speak English, so this is the Spanish side. So I actually took that and then I created like really quick on the fly a questionnaire that kind of went along with it, and then I also like interpreted it as well. But like I just did like a basic quick questions so that they have a purpose for reading. So like I think it was like, what is in a solar eclipse, where will, and it was all like right there questions. It wasn't anything like crazy because it was just a really quick article. So like which way will it move? How many states will it pass through? What will happen to the people who are not in the path of totality? And then the partial eclipse will be visible in all 50 states. That's a true false question. And then which city will most of the eclipse showing? So it's just like, it was like a quick rundown of like questions that were in the article that like get them to focus on reading the article and answering questions. And then, yeah, there was also this other cool thing. I don't have it over here, but it was just basically like a solar eclipse time capsule where it's like, talks about like all the things that you like, you're into, and everything that's going on in your life right now. And then like supposedly you're supposed to keep it until the next eclipse, which I think is in like 20 years. And so to kind of compare, I don't know how many kids will keep this thing, probably none, but it is nice to think about, you know. And like some of them were even talking about how old they will be when, you know, the new eclipse comes in. And I was thinking the same thing, like, oh my God, how old I'll be. So we'll see how that goes. Anywho, so that's pretty much it. We'll probably rinse and repeat for the afternoon. And then we will go outside, I believe at like 1:50, at least that's the plan. I think 1:50 to like 2:20, and then we'll come back and then they'll have specials, and then that'll be the end of our day. So so it'll be interesting. And then later on today, my kids have t-ball practice, so that'll be fun and interesting. But that's about it. So for lunch, as you see, I'm having a lean cuisine pasta, and I'm also having a cherry limeade poppy. It's funny enough, so I've been watching some of like my YouTube people that I follow, and a couple of them, like, or on Instagram, I've seen them do like the greens in the morning. And so I'm not a really big fan of greens. Fruit I'll do, which is great and everything, obviously, but like vegetables and greens, I'm just not a fan of. And I'm sure, you know, people are like, oh, it's not cooked right, or whatever the case may be. I get a lot of that from seafood, and I don't like seafood either. So none, not even like shrimp, tuna, none of it. Ugh. So, but just kind of seeing some of the people in like the little green smoothies that they've been doing, like the ones that are already prepared, hear me? Prepared. So like Bloom and some of the other ones that I've seen. So Bloom, I just happened to stumble upon yesterday at Target when I went. So I grabbed like one of the little small pack with the little, like, you know, the ones that you just add to the water and mix. And so it was actually not bad. So I don't know, I think I might stick with it. I feel like it did give me some energy. We'll see how it goes for the week. I'm gonna do it for the week and see. I did see a couple of other suggestions from some other people I follow that are doing the greens as well. So I don't know, maybe I would do something like that in the future if I feel like this is beneficial. But I mean, so far so good. I mean, it was decent. The only thing I didn't like was that it didn't mix all the way. So like when you get to the end, it's like that little like powdery stuff. Takes a little bit getting used to, but I just figured if maybe I will use, like, instead of using cold water, maybe use a little bit warmer so that it will melt more, and then adding ice. You know, that might be something that I'll try tomorrow. But I mean, overall, I drank most of it. There was probably like maybe like that much left, which like had all the sediments at the bottom. So I don't think that that's too crazy, but I did drink a good amount, like at least 8 ounces. So I feel like that's good. I got my greens for the day. So I'm proud of myself. But I'm gonna eat my lunch because it is 12 and I only have like a half hour before I have to go get the kids. So I will check in with you guys later.
Like that?
I think it would be really hard to see.
Wait, let's eat.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm just trying to like look at the, like, can you see the little moon in my paper? Pretty cool, huh?
Did you just put the glasses on that?
Oh, did you want to see? Look. So like you can kind of see, look, if you look in the shadow, you see how it looks like a moon?
Oh, it totally does.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Shadows in my bedroom. Shadows.
Yeah, it's so much like, it's just, and it's like a star, so it's crazy. Yes, for sure. I want to see if this works. Hello. It is the end of the day. Hey, so it is the end of the day, and yeah, today was pretty good. The eclipse was awesome. We only had partial totality, so we only had it looked like a crescent moon, so we didn't have like full coverage, which would have been really cool, but it did have partial coverage, which was nice. The kids did a really good job. They all followed directions. They all did what they were supposed to. We didn't have anyone like be silly. We didn't have anyone not listen to, you know, what we told them to do. So overall, it was a really good thing. And it was funny because one of my students, I guess because of the hype of it being so serious, and we were trying to tell her like, or tell everybody like how serious it is and how detrimental it could be to be looking at the solar eclipse like without glasses, and we want to make sure that we're safe for our eyes. She was really afraid to look, even with the glasses. And so me and the person that was with me, the colleague that was with me, we kind of just talked her into it. And we were just like, hey, you know, this is a once in a lifetime experience. Like, I promise you, we wouldn't steer you wrong. Like, we're not going to, you know, make you feel like, you know, we're, you know, we obviously don't want you to do anything you're not comfortable with. But I think she was just nervous that, like, even with the glasses on, like, just like the viewpoints here, that there was something was going to happen. And so I was like, no, I was like, you just hold it. I was like, as long as you're looking through here, I was like, you know, whatever, you're not looking directly, like, you'll be fine. And the first time she looked, like, she looked literally for like 3 seconds. And she was so cute because she looked for like 3 whole seconds, and then she like turned away. But then I caught her, like, I was so proud of her, and we were like, we cheered her on. And then, like, as like the time went on, I saw her kind of like reverting to looking again. So like she looked a little bit longer the next time, and it was just so nice. It was nice that she you know, that she actually like had enough courage to do it and like felt comfortable enough to listen to us. And I was just happy because, you know, it was a really big experience, and, you know, I didn't want her to miss it. I felt like, you know, everybody should be able to experience it, especially if it's something that's like once, or I mean, I guess in their case it'll be like twice in a lifetime, because supposedly they said the next one isn't coming again for another 20 years. So it was you know, so hopefully she'll get the opportunity to experience it again in the future, and she'll be a little bit more comfortable with doing it when she's in her 30s, because that'll be about the time that that happens. But yeah, it was really nice. So I shared the video prior to this, if you've seen it. I mean, it looks really wonky, but you can see, like, so what I did was I took my phone, because I know that they were like, you can't use your phone to record it because I guess it would damage your phone. So I took one of my colleagues' like glasses and I put it over the lens, and then I just recorded it. So that's why it kind of looks a little funny, because I couldn't see it, but I was like hoping and praying that I got it. And so I was happy that I got a little bit of it. I mean, it didn't look like a crescent moon, but if you did see the paper that I did have on the floor for the shadow, that the hole punch was a star shaped, and it still looked like a crescent moon. So it was really cool. And so yeah, like I said, we just ended up doing a bunch of activities for the solar eclipse. So that was a lot of fun. So tomorrow we will be back to a regularly scheduled program. We will be continuing reading The Thief of Always. One of my colleagues shared really something cool with me, which was actually pretty nice. I didn't even think about it, and I wish I had, but kudos to her. So what she did is she has like a mini packet of like the book, The Thief of Always, where she gives the kids like blank sheets of paper with the chapters on them, and she's like, as she's reading the chapter, she wants them to like draw or write out like the most important details that like they hear and see and that come out of the chapter, which I thought was really cool. Or in my case, I'm not going to necessarily focus too much on the important details, but just like as you're reading, like, what do you hear? What do you see? Like, what do you picture in your mind? You know, because that visual will kind of help them to see, like, you know, and it'll also help me see, like, if they're understanding what they're, like, listening to. So that was pretty cool. I like that idea than just the kids just sitting there listening to me read, and them just, like, So I think we're gonna do that, and then I think we're gonna start talking about doing some questions. And I remember last year I took pictures of the book and I actually put them on my Google Classroom. I wonder if I still have the copies of those pictures that I took so that I can put them on Google Classroom, so when they're doing the comprehension questions, they can actually like refer back to the book and then read through it, and they can kind of work together on that. So that will probably be fun. And then we'll continue, like I said, our grammar. We'll still continue our writing, our fantasy stories, and things of that nature. So yeah, so that'll be tomorrow. So right now I'm headed home. I should hopefully be home in like the next like 20 minutes or so, and then we have to go to practice. I think practice is at like 5:30, so we have to go to practice with the kiddos, and it's really nice outside right now. It says it's 73 in my car, so that is a big plus from last week where it was so dreary, so cold, so wet, and now it's like sunny and 73. So it'll be nice. It'll be warm for the kids to practice in, as well as like them getting a chance, because like where we practice, there's like a park, and it's a really nice park in front. So like after everybody's done, all the kids like to go to the park and play, and so it's cute because then they get to play with their little teammates and stuff, you know, bonding. So but yeah, so I will catch you guys later. If I don't get any footage at practice, which I probably will, I will definitely check in with you guys in the morning on my way to work. All right, so I hope you had a great Monday, and I hope that you, wherever you were, well, I mean, hopefully you got to see the eclipse, and if you didn't, hopefully you at least got to see it live on television or on the computer or whatever. So okie dokie, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Afternoon and welcome to Wednesday. Yesterday I didn't record at all. I was like just had a lot going on yesterday, so I didn't me and my boyfriend went to work together, so I didn't get a chance to record in the car, and by the time I got here it was just a fast-paced day. So but today is Wednesday, and today I had the chance to pick up the camera during my lunch. I have about 7 minutes before I gotta go get the kids, so it's gonna be really quick. So what we did yesterday and today is we're still reading the book, The Thief of Always. And so one of the things, I don't know if I shared this with you guys on Monday, but we are doing this where as I read through the chapters, the students are kind of just drawing what they see, or I'm sorry, not what they see, what they hear, and then just like anything that that like any details that's coming about. And so yeah, so they're doing really good with that. I'll have to show you some examples later at the end of the day, just like how things are progressing with that. And then we're also still doing sentences. Today, I think we finished up on commands and subject and predicate. And then we're looking into conjunctions. And then we are also doing these questionnaires. And so this is just the quiz, but it's something similar to this. And so each chapter, I'm giving them some questions and they're answering. And so basically what I'm kind of doing is, so I'm like, my desk is like just all over the place here. Let me kind of show you a little bit of what I have. Hold on. So if you kind of see, like, I'm giving them the questions for each chapter. And so I'm just kind of reading through what they have, just so that way I can kind of get an idea of, like, are they understanding the story? Are they, you know, understanding what's taking place? Do they need like more assistance? Or if there's just something that's really confusing them, so that way I can kind of go back and talk about that. And so that's kind of what they've just been doing. So it's been a really good way of assessing them through each of the chapters, so that I know that they're paying attention. And then again, like I said, if they have any questions, they're more than welcome to ask. But that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the rest of the week. I actually, here, let me show you what I'm coming with, because I'm actually taking the day off tomorrow. Oh, we also did our word ladders today. So yeah. And so since I won't be here tomorrow, I'm creating sort of like a thief of all ways. Like, I'm going to do like a little quote page, and then I'm going to just have them, I'm going to give them like the definitions to some of these and give them quotes to kind of so they could see, like, in the text how figurative language is used. And so they're going to do that. I might have a couple of other activities that I'm going to have them do with the Thief of Always, since I won't be here tomorrow and I won't read the story. But I don't know if maybe I'll have my sub do that, read those chapters so that the students can draw. But I wanted kind of to stop at chapter 6, because we do have a comprehension test, or like a quiz, that I want to do at the end of the week on Friday, which is just chapters 1 through 6. And again, this is just my way of assessing them, to be able to understand, or to see that they understand the story, that they're able to kind of get the question, or the characters, and then like things that they're saying. So just kind of like a little bit extra deep dive. So I'll keep you updated and let you guys know what I intend to do. But I think I might not have the sub do that. I think, like I said, I'll just have them work on this for the Thief of Always, and then I'll just give them some spelling work, some vocabulary work, just some reading comprehension stuff, and some writing for practice. Or maybe I'll give them like a writing prompt for the Thief of Always, so that way I can kind of continue to observe what they're seeing, or I'm sorry, what they're interpreting. So that's about it. But yeah, I gotta pick up the kiddos in about 3 minutes, so I'll check in with you guys at the end of the day. Greetings from my bedroom. So yeah, sorry I did not close out the vlog for the day. We went to the batting cages after work, and then we took my kids to go practice. We went with like a family friend and his son. And so right now I just put my kids down to bed. I just started, so I know it's kind of late for me. So my kids are 6 and 5. I think I've mentioned that before. Oop, got really dark. Hold on 1 second. There we go. My kids are 6 and 5, and they were wearing pull-ups for a really long time, and we just never transitioned them out, so they were still wearing pull-ups. And so we finally decided to do away with that, because it's kind of similar to wearing diapers. And so we finally let them sleep like in underwear. And but the thing is that I'm like, well, if you're sleeping in your underwear, you're not sleeping in my bed, because it's a lot easier to clean kid sheets than it is to clean mine. And the mattresses that they have are like more waterproof than like our bed mattress. And so it's been a real struggle with trying to get them to sleep inside of their beds. Well, not so much my son. He's doing pretty well. My daughter struggles, and she'll eventually make her way here. So I finally had to have my mom like under our sheets. We have a mattress cover, but for some odd reason, it's not the best, and I have to research another one. But so we just put like pee pads, because we have like pee pads for our dog, Sasha, who likes to pee at night, just because it's not like because she has to go to the bathroom, because we let her out. No matter how late we let her out, she'll still go. So we have pee pads. And so I put them underneath like the sheets in my bed. So, because she usually sleeps on one specific spot. So I just put them to bed now. And so like now I'm just in here. My boyfriend's not here. He had to run out to the city really quickly to go meet a friend. And so now I'm just in my room and it's dark because I'm watching Beverly Hills Cop 3. I'm a big action buff. I like action movies. So that's what I'm watching right now. And I'm probably going to go to sleep in a little bit. I won't be at work tomorrow because I have a prior engagement, but if I don't record tomorrow, I'll definitely get you guys on Friday. I hope you guys had a great Wednesday, and hopefully the day went by fast for you. Good morning and happy Friday. We made it through another week with only 7 more to go. So I know it's so bad that we are counting the days, but it has just been that year. So yesterday, as I told you guys, I took the day off yesterday. So I didn't film Thursday because I was at home and tending to some things that I needed to tend to. So, but we are back at it today for Friday. So I think what we're going to be doing today, so we're not going to read the book the rest of this week or today, because we are saving those next chapters for next week, because I just wanted to go through 1 through 6. And so we might just do a recap of everything that we've read so far. And then we're going to do a like mini assessment on chapters 1 through 6. So that way I can really assess and know that they are understanding the text. And then next week we're going to start looking at the text a little bit more closely in terms of like fantasy setting, the characters, and then start jumping into their book clubs so they can kind of do the same thing with whatever book that they're choosing. So I do have a few books that I wanted to use. However, I don't have like a good amount of sets, and so I have to kind of finagle over the weekend and kind of see who goes to what. So my thought process was to let them like choose the book that they wanted to do, which is all fine and dandy. But I feel like some of them might just choose a book because their friend is reading it, and it might not necessarily be the level for them. And so I mean, I guess it would be nice, you know, if you're having someone else in there and they can kind of help you out. But I just don't want it to be one of those things where it's like one person's doing everything and the other one's kind of just following along because they're not really sure what's taking place. So I don't know, I'm kind of stuck, because one of my colleagues said at the end of the year she usually likes doing where it's like interest as opposed to like level. So I don't know, I will have to see kind of what plays out, and also like what books I have. I did gather some fantasy books that were different types of levels, and so I'm hoping that maybe that'd be something that I could incorporate, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's our day today. We're gonna be doing review and then just doing that assessment, and then that'll probably be it. We'll probably go over some more sentences. Maybe we'll do a fun activity with sentences, because we've been working all week on sentences. We talked about questions, we talked about commands, we talked about subject and predicate. And so I don't know, maybe we'll kind of mash all those in and see what we end up doing. Maybe we'll play a couple of online games since it is Friday to you know, maybe do some like Kahoots. Everyone's been talking about Book It. I've never used it, so I really don't know it too well. So I don't know. The kids like this game called Gimkit, which is cute, but the only thing about that one is that it's a game incorporated, and you can include like questions that they have to answer, but I don't know, I'd have to look into it more to see if it's something that because like the kids had showed me the game, but they were like, oh, you could, you know, bypass questions or whatever just to continue playing. Like the point of you answering the questions is so you can get more like power or whatever, but I don't know, I haven't really looked into it enough to create one, so I'll have to kind of look into that and see. But in the meantime, in between time, we do have, like I said, I do know a little bit more about Kahoots and quizzes, and you know, so I'm not really sure about the other two, so I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes. So that's gonna probably be my Friday. Hopefully it's smooth and steady and not chaotic. I know Fridays are usually the day that all the kids are like, free choice, free choice, free time, free choice, and it's just like they are not even in the classroom mentally. So anywho, I think that would probably be set for the rest of us as well. But yeah, so that's gonna be my day. I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday. I hope your week has been great. Yeah, I'll check in with you guys later during my PLC. I should probably be at school in like the next like maybe 12 minutes, give or take. So yeah, so if I don't check in with you guys at PLC by chance, I will check in with you guys at lunchtime. I know somebody's gonna ask me for a lunch bunch, and I don't know, today might be the day that I decline. But yeah, so I will check in with you guys later. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the day. It was a Friday for sure. But we ended up doing our comprehension quiz for the chapters 1 through 6, as I had told you guys in the beginning of the day. And so we did that, and a lot of kids did really well. I was very impressed. I thought they were going to struggle with the quotes. I don't know if I have one around or not. Let me see if I do. Hold on, let me find one. Okay, so I couldn't find an actual paper copy, so I'm just going to show you. So again, this is not my quiz. I didn't create this. I got it some off of TPT, I guess, Britty's bookshelf. So but yeah, she has a whole thing, and I think it's pretty cool because she has a bunch of like comprehension questions through each chapter, as well as like a snippet of 1 through 6. So I thought the kids were gonna struggle mostly with matching the characters with quotes, and I think for the most part a lot of them did pretty well. I honestly only had maybe a couple of kids that were below a C, so that wasn't too bad. So it just tells me that a lot of the kids are really into the book, they're really focusing on the book, and they're really paying attention to details, and they're listening. And as you guys seen in the beginning of the week that I've been showing you, they're here, I'll pull this up. I don't have I'm not gonna pull up the kids ones right now, but like here it is, detail draw. So as you guys seen, this was what we've been working with for each chapter, and they've just been doing so well. And so yeah, this just kind of tells it, and I let them use this as a guide for them, so it really did hone in on some of those details that I think a lot of the kids were able to. So that is it. I'm gonna be heading out. It looks like it's raining outside, so I'm just waiting a few minutes. Maybe it won't be so bad, and then I can hop in my car and then head out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I don't have any plans for this evening, like with my kids or anything, so but if I do, maybe I'll kind of put it in towards the end. But if I don't, I just wanted to end the vlog here, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and just relax, have a nice I think it's supposed to be really nice in my area, so I'm gonna enjoy that to the best of my ability, and I hope you guys do too. And thank you guys for coming along this week. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, no worries, but I hope you do return, and we'll do it all again next week. Take care. Bye.